What is going on, guys? Skill here, bringing you another video, and we are talking about Titanfall 2. What this video is going to be based on is esport tips. Alright, hope you guys enjoy the video, enjoy the gameplay, and I'm going to tell you everything that you need to go to do to become an esports Titan, or excuse me, esports pilot. Thank you. So once we get into a game mode, we'll jump into it, and I hope you all enjoy the video. Let's do it. Those who don't know what Titanfall 2 is, it is a FPS fast-paced shooter.
The frontier is worth every part of this fight.
We got this.
Alright, go.
Okay, pilots, let's get this job done.
Well, this is posted on
I hired the right pilot, that's for sure.
description below. If you don't hear me that good, description below. Anyway, so the first tip is choose a pilot that works for your playstyle. So playstyle, in my case, I like to scout. What I'm going to use the pulse pilot, which has that ability that I just saw from the beginning, right through that blade, and it just pulses and it highlights enemy targets. That's number one. Tip number two is choose a Titan that fits your playstyle. In this case, in my playstyle, there's two Titans that fit my playstyle, but one of them is Tone, and the other one is, I don't remember what it's called, but when I do think of it, it's another Titan that fits the playstyle. So yeah. And so, like I said, I'm just going to explain in some depth about this. Is like, what do you mean by playstyle? So this game mode has multiple playstyles you can play as pilot and Titan. So I don't know all the Titan names, so I apologize for that, but so the first one would be if you like to be up in people's faces, close quarters, moving fairly somewhat fast, or well, actually more like moving to point A to point B. In this case, that would be the grappling pilot. You can move close range, and
What a sharpshooter.
so I'm gonna, I'll explain more of it with we have even in game. So I'm gonna show you the pilots that will fit to anyone's playstyle, and Titans try to anyways. So tip number 3 is use your radar. Radar, I know it's gonna be kind of weird on this, because one, there's red all over your radar because there's multiple hostiles, not including the pilots. There's a bunch of NPCs that you gotta worry about.
Keep it up.
And there's also regular other players. So in this case, given made, that's what that's what I have. So you have regular, and you have I'm sure they're actually all like this. There's NPCs and pilots. So pretty much this game is there's a lot of stuff going on at once, and you gotta adjust to it. It's very takes a while to really see how things. Takes a while to get used to this, but once you do, I can tell you straight up that this game's fun as heck. Tip number 4 is always. What I mean is, I cannot stress this enough. Always aim down your sights. Hip fire is good on here. Don't get me wrong, but if you want to calculate your shots, I have in my case, you're gonna want to aim down the sights because I got a burst weapon. But that's even without a burst. Any weapon, pretty much, you want to aim down the sights, except for, well, shotguns. It's good for firing, but there's some range where you're like medium range to that. Not do that. Tip number 5 is be prepared for everything. So, like I said, there's multiple NPCs on here, all of them. There's the first level, which are the grunts. The second level is the specters. And the third level is the reapers, or the stalkers. And the fifth and final level is the reapers. So, final stage of the NPCs here. And then you got the pilots as well. So pretty much you just want to be prepared. So if you don't get killed, you get killed by NPCs. The reason for that because because the NPCs get stronger as they go, obviously. Next, tip number 6. Use the reflex sight on every weapon except for shotguns and sniper rifles. Sniper and shotguns and sniper rifles. So what I mean by the reflex sight, in this case mine's called a ACOG, not the ACOG slope, ACOG. It's a reflex sight. It is very good because one, it reduces, so if you got anything like this on your guns, you're gonna want that because this sight, it reduces recoil and increased stability, and this makes it increase accuracy by a lot. It's a very good sight to have on this. I would say if people who play this professionally probably would say the same thing.
Keep pushing, pilot. We're barely ahead.
Yeah. I haven't seen any sports on this, but tips On to the 5th one is, or excuse me, 7th. 7th one is expect a lot of chaos. It's a very chaotic game. Like I said earlier, there's NPCs and pilots, which are the pilots are the and Titans. Pilots and Titans are the different players, opposing players that you're playing against. They're PvP players, whatever you call them, alive players. You got Xbox. So just online, but pilots and Titans are all other players around the world. So just to remember that, like I said, it's a lot of chaos that goes along with it, and it takes a while to get used to. And once you do that, you're good to go. And then number 8, tip number 8 is, well, use the movement system. The movement system is by far one of the best movement systems I've ever played on a single game. The movement system is super effective, especially if you want to get close to the Titan, which like that. You can see, as you saw, I saw them use the movements. The movements are very, very, very good on this game. They're flawless. So when you do that, use the movements to your advantage. It is the biggest thing on this game. Hip firing is pretty good, like I said, but you mostly want to aim on your sights so you can call in your shots. So yes, movement system. Huge. So it's all about fat and moving to top of the game. etc. Tip number 9 is communication. Now, it's going to sound weird because it's a very tactical-like game, but let me tell you one thing. This game's time to kill is quite fast. I think it's even faster than Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare and holy crap. And Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. It's a very fast time to kill on here. So pretty much you want to be the more faster on the trigger and the most accurate. That's why I say aim down your sights. Always aim down your sights. Then tip number 10 is, well, I just said it. Be fast on the trigger. You want to be the fastest on the trigger because time to kill on this game is super quick. Especially so you just come face to face to another player. You know, you want to be sure you're accurate, and you want to be sure you're more faster. That's why another reason why the movement system is huge on this game, so you can dodge and get out of area real quick. That's the whole point of it. The movement system is to get in and out as quickly as possible if you're in a really crappy position.
Nice jump, pilot. Finish the job.
And yeah, so that's all I got for you. Just to recap, tip number 1 is choose a pilot that fits your playstyle. Number 2 is choose a Titan that fits your playstyle, and which I'll call it in here shortly. And then tip number 3 is use your radar. It's very important that you look at that, because if it ain't gonna be an enemy player, it's more likely gonna be NPCs. That's just how it is. And yeah, keep calling it Titan. But anyways, radar, and then tip number 4 is always aim down your sights. Tip number 5 is be prepared for everything. Chaos everywhere is for players everywhere. And tip number 6 is use the reflex sight or HACOG sight. It's a very good sight. It reduces everything from your recoil, increase your accuracy, and increase your stability. Very good to have at any range. This sight is by far the best sight on the game. You can hit the target from far distance. Yeah.
Pilot, get to the evac ship.
Then tip number 7 is expect a lot of chaos. Because like I said before, there's a bunch of NPCs. It's also a bunch of enemy players. So, and the back ship's off. Anyways, and then tip number 8 is use the movement system at all costs. It's a very good movement system. By far one of the best movement systems I've ever played. And then number 9, which is a kind of a weird one, is the communication. Communication's key on any game. This one is big, sort of. So if you're like the scout like me with my build, or with my play, with my play style, I usually keep a distance, and then I throw one of those pulse spike things to scan enemies, and then once I see where they're at, I usually try to flank. It is very important. This is another bonus tip. This is a bonus tip. It's very important that you know every route, every possible flank, every possible corner. Just you gotta know the maps. Every possible way. Alright? Every possible way. You gotta know the maps. And look at that nice machine gun. Anyways. It's very important that you do that. So, once again, recap. Choose a pilot that fits your playstyle. Use a Titan that fits your playstyle. That's number 2. Number 3 is radar. Use your radar. Obviously, that's in any case for any game. Number 4 is always aim down your sights, no matter what it is, no matter if you're dodging someone to avoid getting shot at. I don't know why it says that. And then number 5 is be prepared for everything. There's a bunch of stuff that goes on. It's a fast-paced game. It's not a very slow-paced shooter at any